This is the SAU-40. The SAU-40 was developed by Samoa between 1935 and 1937, alongside the S-35 tank for French cavalry. It featured a redesigned hull to house a 75mm cannon and a new commander's cupola with a machine gun. The prototype was finished in 1939 after delays in acquiring the cannon. It is uncertain if more vehicles were produced or if it ever even saw combat action. Doctrinally, the vehicle was regulated to a support role intended to provide cover for heavier tanks like the Char B1. In War Thunder, the SAU is an interesting tank. Its gun is very good, but everything else, not really. So this tank is definitely a sniper tank. Throughout World War II, the United States supplied a large number of GMC CCKW trucks to its allies as part of the Lend-Lease agreement. Among these recipients was France, which used the trucks in various roles. As with many other countries, some of the French CCKWs were converted into anti-aircraft gun platforms by simply bolting a gun into the bed of the truck. The French CCKW saw active service throughout the war and were later deployed into Indochina as anti-infantry fire support. The last few CCKWs under French service, most of them converted into fire trucks, were retired from the French army in 2000. In War Thunder, this is an anti-everything type of vehicle. It has decent speed, and it destroys almost anything it hits. But it's completely open, so just like the last AA, it is very vulnerable. So it can kill anything, but it can get killed by anything. The Char 2C is a French heavy tank that was eventually designated as a super heavy tank. It was developed during World War I, but did not enter service until the war was over. In terms of overall volume or physical dimensions, it was the largest operational tank ever built during World War I. The Char 2C was the first super heavy tank to enter service, purposely designed to be a significantly larger than conventional tank at the time. When fully equipped, the Char 2C weighed 69 tons due to part of its armor, which was among the thickest of World War tanks, but also its vast size. The tank required a crew of 12 to operate. A driver, commander, gunner, loader, 4 machine gunners, a mechanic, an electrician, assistant electrician, mechanic, and a radio operator. Some sources suggest 13, most likely on the basis of photos of crews that probably included the company commander. In War Thunder, the 2C is another very interesting vehicle. It's one of 2 variants that you can get, and although the penetration is not much, 350 grams of TNT at 2.3. That is a nuke round if I've ever seen one. Just the hard part is getting through the armor. The B-1 BIS was the primary production variant of the B-1 tank, which had 36 tanks developed from 1929 up to 1936. By 1937, French command ordered an upgrade to the B-1 production line, increasing its anti-tank capabilities with a new 47mm, stronger engine, and armor due to its rising tree of anti-tank gun development. B-1 BIS's upgrades, however, hampered its total range significantly. While at a slow speed on roads, it achieved 180 kilometers with 400 liters of fuel, but this rapidly decreased at 20 kilometers an hour max speed due to 120 kilometers and even shorter off-road. Due to the range and logistical issues caused multiple attempts of counter-offensives in 1940 to be called off. While roughly 50 orders for the B-1 BIS in the interwar period by 3 tank battalions, the orders of the B-1 BIS skyrocketed with the declaration of war, up to 1,114, of which only 369 B-1 BISs could be fulfilled. While the B-1 BIS line of production kept improving down the line, increasing total ammo count, radio upgrades, and fuel tanks until France's capitulation in 1940. In War Thunder, the B-1 BIS is basically an upgraded version of the D2. Same turret, bigger and better chassis, a 75mm hull gun, and a better engine. The B-1 TUR, the premium variant, has even more armor. These tanks are definitely worth playing. This was my full review of the 1.7 and 2.3 lineup. Next, I'll be reviewing the 2.7 and 3.0 lineup. If you're interested, subscribe and keep a lookout.